car is travelling at 80 kilometers per hour. The driver puts her foot down and the car accelerates to 120 kilometers an hour over a distance of 300 meters. What is the acceleration? Oh, sorry, how long did the acceleration take and how large was it? Okay, so we have U equals 80 kilometers per hour, which is 80,000 meters per 3,600 seconds. Sorry, I have too many zeros, don't I? So U equals 22.2 meters per second, and V is 120 kilometers per hour. So that would be the same deal, 120 times 123 divided by 3600. So that is 33.3 meters per second. And we know the S is 300. And what do I want? I want the T, so I could use S equals. Or maybe I'll find the A first, it might be easier. If I use V squared equals U squared plus 2AS. Yeah, so I get 33.3 squared equals 22.2 squared plus 600 A. So I get A is 1.03 meters per second squared. And if I want to find the T, I have V equals U plus AT, 33.3 equals 22.2 plus 1.03 T. So then the T would equal 10.8 seconds. And that's the first question. Yeah. What?
What does he mean by how big is it?
The size. Then what's the value?
Okay, so you need the time of it.
How long is the time?
Okay.
And how large is the value? Yeah.
So you get that?
Yeah, so actually this is really how long, this is the answer for part A, and how large, this is the answer for part B. Yeah. Okay, number 2, a cyclist starts cycling from rest with acceleration of 5. How long until he cycles 100 meters and how fast is he going after 100 meters? Okay, so let's go down to this one.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Is it like normal the A and B? I answer B first and then A?
No, you can. There's no problem. And in fact, sometimes in the exam, depends on the question, but I recommend doing the B part first because it makes the A part easier. Usually not. Usually you do A then B. But the odd time, it's actually better if you do the B part first. Okay. Depending on which way you do it.
It's normal.
It's not a problem.
Not a problem.
No, and it does happen sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Number 2, we know that U equals 0, A equals 5, and S equals 100. So if I say S equals UT plus a half AT squared, I get 100 equals 2.5 T squared. So that means T is 5, isn't it? No, 100 divided by 2.5 is 40, sorry, square root of 40 is 6 point, yeah, T is 6.3 seconds.
Why you did 50?
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
0.
And then V is U plus AT, which will be, if I just put in the numbers, I'll get 31.6 meters per second. So that's the B part and that's the A part. 3. A ball is thrown vertically up in the air with velocity of 40. How long until it hits the ground? Now that's an interesting one. Goes up and comes back down. So the U is 40. The A is minus G, minus 9.81. What's the S?
0.
Correct, S is 0. And I would like the T. So I can say F equals UT plus a half AT squared. That means 0. 0 equals UT plus a half A T squared. Like this? Now we actually haven't done these in math class yet, but they're not too difficult to solve. Because T is not 0, we are allowed to divide by T. So I get 0 equals 40 minus 9.81 over 2T. So my T will be no, the T is gone. I divide both of them by T. So I get T equals 8.15 seconds. Okay. 4. A person who is walking then starts to run over a distance of 50 meters. What's their acceleration? Okay, so we'll go with V squared equals U squared plus 2AS. So I get 100 equals 9 plus 108. So I get A is 0.91 meters per second squared. And then the time is V equals U plus AT. So just put the numbers in. 10 minus 3 divided by the A. So I got the time is 7.69 seconds. Yeah. Now number 5 was difficult. Okay, so number 5. 2 cars are 300 meters apart. So they're like this, 300 meters apart. And they're traveling towards each other. I don't quite say, I do, they start at rest. So this one here, it doesn't really matter which way around it is, this one here has acceleration of 10 meters per second squared, and then this one here has an acceleration of 15 meters per second squared. And my question is, well, that will probably end up here, and then this one here will end up here. So I want to know how long until they meet, until they're together. And I give you a little hint. I say, think about how far both of them travel. So this one travels this distance, and then this one here travels this distance here. So I'll call this S1, and this one here S2. Okay, let's have a look. So let's calculate it for the first car. What's U? 0. What's V? We don't know. What's A? 10. What's T? We don't know. And then, what's S? Oh, no, but what are we calling it for this car? S1. Okay, let's look at the second car. What's U? 0. V? We don't know. A? 15. T? We don't know, although we do know that it's the same T as this, don't we? I mean, they meet at the same time. You know, if car 1 crashes into car 2 at 1 o'clock, then car 2 also crashes into car 1 at 1 o'clock also. So we know that the times are the same. And what about the S here? S2. So I'll just call the times when they crash, because that's when I asked, that's what I want, isn't it? Yeah, so I'll just call that X and X. And in fact, we don't care about this one. Don't care. Don't care. Well, I'm sure the drivers care, but we don't. Okay. What's the formula for S1? S equals U T plus a half A T squared. Now, what's the formula for S2? U T plus a half A T squared. Do you know which formula I'm using? Yep. So here we get S1 equals 5x squared, and here we get S2 equals 7.5x squared. Now, I know something about S1 and S2. I know a relationship between S1 and S2. Have a look at the picture. What is the relationship between S1 and S2? They can't, for example, could S1 be 10 meters and S2 be 100 meters? Have a look at the picture. Could S1 be 10 and S2 be 100? Could they be this? Could they? No, why not? Yeah, they wouldn't crash, they wouldn't meet. Could S1 be 100 and S2 be 200? Possible. Could it be 150 and 150? Possible. Probably not though, because they're not going with the same acceleration. So what is the relationship between S1 and S2? What do we know about their relationship? We know that S2 should be bigger than S1, and the time is the same, yes, and
the number to divide.
No.
S equals S1, so S2
Correct. Good job, you. S1 plus S2 should equal 300. Otherwise, they haven't met. And this is enough now to finish the question. You have 5x squared plus 7.5x squared equals 300. So that's 12.5x squared equals 300. So the answer is x equals, which is the time, 4.899, so 4.9 seconds. So the time is this. Okay, so that's the first homework.